The inquiry could hardly be more damning. Described as a place where abusers could hide, the Church of England and Wales for decades accused of neglect of the physical, emotional and spiritual well-being of children, an institution that saw protecting its reputation as the priority.
I was sexually abused in the Church of England by multiple people for a period of 10 years, really, from the age of around 9 years old.
Since his childhood, Phil Johnson has spent decades fighting to get justice from the church and helping others who were abused by members of the clergy.
Most of my life has been completely dominated by this. It's defined my whole life, and that's not something that anybody wants or would choose.
After hearing from church leaders, the inquiry's decided clergy are no longer the right people to refer cases to the police or social services. Instead, they say that this should be done by safeguarding officials.
It shifts that responsibility from people who largely are trained to be bishops or other clergy to people who are trained to be safeguarding experts. If you do that, you begin the process of changing that culture.
Since the 1940s, there have been 390 convictions for sexual offences against children. But the inquiry believes the abuse is still going on. In 2018 alone, more than 2,500 safeguarding concerns were reported. Amongst them, 449 allegations of recent child sexual abuse.
We have a huge deficit of trust to rebuild, not only with victims and survivors of abuse, but with our congregations and with the wider nation, which we are called to serve.
The Archbishop of Canterbury has called the Church's actions shameful. Survivors want to see if the journey towards real change has finally begun. Juliet Bremner, ITV News.